Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Stupendous. How are we, friends? How are you? How am I? What's happening? I thought I would stream tonight because I've had a particularly shitty day. My car has sprung a leak on the engine. I don't think it is an injector, but the cabin stinks of fuel when I'm driving around. It's diesel, fortunately, so touch wood, it won't catch fire. But headache, yes. Pain, yes. My friend's having a fucking emotional fucking breakdown, I think. And I've surrounded myself with fucking miserable fucking people. Not you, of course. Everybody seems to be fucking in a terrible place. I wouldn't care. I woke up quite calm today. So I've come here to chill out and to talk perfume. Hopefully. Trying to cheer myself up. I was going to play some PlayStation, but every time I fucking go to do it, I just think I can't be bothered. Like, I'd rather stream. You know what I mean? Just chat. It's, yeah, energy vampires. Yes. This fucking misery is contagious. And it's not just like one. It's a few, like a few. You know what I mean? It's everywhere I turn. Everywhere you turn at the minute, shit's gone wrong. You know what I mean? Oh, it's going wrong for you. It's going wrong for them. I don't want shit to go wrong for them. I certainly don't want shit to go wrong for me. And I don't want shit to go wrong for you either. You know? I don't know. Excuse me. Everybody is a bit out of sorts recently, says Paroli, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. He is right, in fact. Everything just seems to be absolutely fucked at the minute. Like everything and everyone. You know? It's been a momentous day because after I did my L'instant de Guerlain Pour Homme Eau de Parfum review, I just decided to fuck it and sprayed the rest of my bottle on myself. And that's what I did, my friends. That is what I did. What a fragrance. What a fragrance. L'instant de Guerlain Eau Extra. Right? L'instant de Guerlain. Fuck me, what's it called? L'instant de Guerlain Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. Oh, Panda. It's as if you don't know me at all. Because, of course, I have backup bottles already. Don't you worry. But next, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start wearing the vintage. I'm going to start wearing the Eau Extreme, the one Eugene sent us, and the one I disgracefully cracked the bottle of. That was a dickish move. So, let's say hello to some people, shall we? Bob, Anuj, welcome. Galen, welcome. Paul Femo, hello from Lisbon. How's Lisbon? NT, hello from Portland, Oregon. Another one from Portland, Oregon. I hope you are well, NT. DJ, hope you feel better, mate. Michael Harness, welcome to you. Paroli, Flavour Sauce. Lane, diesel car. That's awesome. You don't see many diesel cars in this country. I like a diesel car. A lot of torque. Torque. Cruisers, you know. They just sail along. They're really good for the back because they don't struggle to do anything, you know. You don't have to rev them. You don't have to give them any kind of like jip or anything like that, you know. Just easy power. Lane says it's the same at my job. People are just so hard to work with. Everybody's fucked, like. Everybody, like, I don't know what's going on at the minute. Just everybody seems to be in a state of absolute flux. Like, some mystery fucking demon has gone around and just wobbled everybody's head. You know what I mean? And everybody's brains rattling around in their head and they're trying to fucking come to some sort of... What is it? Not discombobulation. Whether it's come to some sort of, like... I know what I want to fucking say. The word's on the end of my tongue. Equilibrium. They're looking to find some kind of fucking equilibrium and yet nobody's managing it. You know? I feel bad for people. And then that just makes you feel bad. You know what I mean? And then you're getting poisoned by a fucking car all fucking day. Ugh, I feel fucking ill. Hello, Enrique. Excuse me. Scent of the Day's Roadster. Alan Hansen, welcome. I tune in, the first thing I hear is Rich saying, everybody seems to be fucking. Well, I'd feel terrible if everybody else was fucking, because I'm certainly not at the minute. Scent of the Day, Mitsuko, didn't enjoy it today, says Jiro Rose. MJ, welcome. You are wearing musk Tonkin. Drawn by Sense, hello. Yes. Perfume your way to pleasure. Sniff a few faves. I might have to whip out the old fucking Balenciaga pour on. Looked at the weather forecast today. That didn't fucking help either. Absolutely fucking atrocious it is. Excuse me. Sorry for coughing in your ears like that. What's up with Girl on Home? No one seems to talk about it. Nobody ever did. Really strange. It's good fragrance. It's a good little fragrance, that. It's just nobody ever fucking talks about it. Hello, Juro. Dusan. Michael. Drawn by Senses wearing preferred stock. I haven't worn it for ages and so peeping out at me this morning. It's nice when a fragrance does that, isn't it? Just peeps out at you. It's the weather. Either you are okay. Either you're okay fire or freezing. Yeah, the weather's been atrocious like the last couple of weeks. It'll have been raining for nearly a month by the time this weather clears up. Hello, Wesley Garlic, how are you? Where's it? It's been a while. I hope you're well. Ali Boy says, hey Rich, did Fosco email you where to get that Strangelove Melt My Heart for 70% off? Yes, he did. Heat seems to have made some people's brains to cauliflower. There is no fucking heat. Not here. I'm in a good mood outside of the pain, says DJ. I should get that tattooed across my forehead. Do you know what I mean? That's my fucking slogan. You know, if I was a superhero, that would be my catchphrase. Pop Ephemera was wearing Jasmine a cigarette. I would like to talk about the House of Aldo. Even at my office, people are frustrating, sometimes asking meetings to answer obvious, simple questions. They just want company. People who do that just want your company. They just want to be around other people. That I know from just life experience. When people do that, it's because they feel lost and they want human interaction. Scent of the day is Mar Liberté, but the mailman just showed up with my Les Innomadables sample set. Gonna get stinky in here, says Galen. Ooh. I'll be getting messages off Galen all evening. Yes, I'm getting emails of people now. Absolute rascal. I can't be having two conversations. I'll try. Porter Sapo today, says DJ. I'm surprised you're wearing a fragrance after the day you've had, man. Scent of the day here on a beautiful Boston afternoon. Coriolan. This is criminally underrated. I gave mine away. Shamefully, it is the type of fragrance you would think I would love, and I do like it, but I didn't like it enough to keep it. I had about half a bottle left and gave it to Richie G. Jafar Ali, welcome to you. Hey guys, wearing Tuscany Womo today. It always gives me a heavy head, like kind of nausea feeling. Stop wearing it, mate. Jesus, don't do that to yourself. It is a good fragrance though. Juro is wearing Vetiver Bourbon. How'd you find it? I liked it, but not enough to buy it. Hello, Erin. Wesley. Flavor Sauce is wearing Joram Silver Stem. I'm thinking of pulling that out, actually. I'm thinking of pulling that out again, actually, for the summer because it's going to piss down for the next 2 weeks. I only message you because I'm lonely, says Galen. Well, I mean, it's a toxic relationship, me and Galen. Well, it's not really it's toxic. It would be toxic if either of us had the wit to be that toxic. We're just two sad, lonely men who need each other. You know what I mean? Hello, Duck. Still laughing about when you ripped into the Oda Treasure guy? Oy! I just don't think it's right that you buy things to invest in them. Like perfumes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was harsh. What's bad about the weather, Doug? I wish we got rain or something in California. Rain is relaxing. I hate sun. Justin, it's just that it's been like this for a month. It's one type of weather constantly is bad. You know? The planet was not made for this madness. I have the Eta Libra d'Orange sample set. Very impressed, says Justin. I don't know what fragrance to wear for night shift tonight. I may go with Vetiver by Guerlain, I think, says Lane. You've merely adopted the pain. I was born in it. Molded by it, says Pradeep. I have adopted the pain, to be fair. I wasn't necessarily born into pain. I was born with a painful gene. Eldo, I see Eldo's being mentioned in the chat. In case I delete it, scent of the day is Prolix by Histoire de Parfum, which Wes and I have now selected as our wedding day fragrance. That's nice. Lovelyn Stunt. Hi, Mitch, says Galfor. Welcome. I like it. It's quite different from the usual Vetiver compositions. Goes too musky in the heat, but it will be nice towards the end of summer. Got myself a bottle. I thought about a bottle, but there was something about it I didn't like. No idea why my thing put a kissy face, says Justin. But I have you or someone like you. Leave the Oda Treasure guy alone. Dude might need something in his life as a dude living in a shoebox in Japan, says Panda. Yes. Yes. Yeah, right, of course. He might need something. Maybe that was a little bit harsh on him, but I don't think that you should be buying perfumes to then exploit the fucking the increase in prices, or to even drive up the prices yourself. You know what I mean? All product, we know your true identity, says Justin. Delphine needs to flank a Linstant Vetiver Heritage and leave Habit Rouge alone. Oy. I think Habit Rouge is shite anyway, like, so. There you have it. Anyway, friends, I can announce I've bought a perfume. I got myself a bottle of Eta Libra d'Orange's Fat Electrician. I paid £58 for it. 100 ml. Like, unsealed, but sprayed only like 3 or 4 times. For 58 quid, you're laughing. A semi-modern vetiver, it's quite good, Duck. Yeah. I can't imagine a heritage flanker, says Paroli, but I agree with vetiver. I don't think they need to make flankers, they need to make new compositions, man. Do something new that isn't absolutely shit. You know what I mean? Like I said in me fucking video today, it's a shame Beatrice PK died. Very much a shame. I mean, it's a shame that she died in general, do you know what I mean? But imagine if she was doing Delphine Jelk's job now. You know what I'm saying? I bought a bottle of You or Someone Like You in Amazon and arrived 3 of them. Huh. D&G Masculine is going to be my scent of the day tomorrow. Power of Suggestion, says Panda. I did just pick it up and smell it there. It's nice. It's nice. It's not worth the aftermarket price. Like, you see the bottles on eBay going for fucking silly money now. It's not that nice. It's a really nice Burger Musk. But it should be treated as a Burger Musk. You know? It's probably going to be shit if it's a new composition, says Paroli. Yes. Well, the Vetiver Extreme Flanker was not my favourite. Still have half a bottle left. Spray it once a year, maybe, but keeping it for reference, says Juro. Richard, recall to us why you don't like Nikolai. Seems like tailor-made for your needs. Too powdery. There's a lot of powderiness going on. I think that they are a little bit stale. They're a little bit stuffy. Like, when I say they're old-fashioned, but not necessarily in a good way. I think they're well-made, but I don't think they're that well-made. Like, the more I was thinking about the day, the more I smell Lynn Stunt, the more I lament the passing of Beatrice PK. You know what I mean? Like, in the review today, I said, Lynn Stunt was 2004. Dioron was 2005. Prada Amber Pour On was 2006. You know what I mean? You could, if you wanted, go back to Bois d'Argent in 2003. Did Bois d'Argent come out in 2003 or 2004? I think it was 2004, actually. I've bollocksed that, haven't I? But as far as mass market perfumes is concerned, Lynn Stunt started that kind of soft masculine edge, you know. It really, I can't think of anything before that. That had that unisex, powdery kind of... Oh. It is truly empty. It is truly, truly empty, my friends. There's nothing there. There it is. A finished bottle. A finished bottle of L'Instant. Love the note of mint being wearing Beach Hut Man and Geranium Pour Monsieur. Need more mint perfume, says Enrique. Yes, an underutilized note, I feel, but I think that the industry is scared that it'll end up smelling like toothpaste, whatever it is, you know, which is a shame. I'll tell you one of my favourite mints. I could do a top 5 mints, but one of my favourite mints is Metropolis by Lauder. It is a herbal spicy mint. It's got a glorious mint note in it, this. It smells like wild, spicy kind of mint. Ryan Y, welcome. Torino 21 is a good mint. Who's that by? Do you have any comparison thoughts on Linstont EDT, EDP Listerine bottles? Do you hum? Because of the cacao? In my collection, I'm not sure. I'm really, really not sure. It's difficult to say. I mean, it really is I don't want to say it's a one-off, but it's very original. That's very little like this. Very little. I want more geranium too. Not bloody, says Brody. I really like geranium Paul Monsieur. It's like if you crushed a geranium or rock and mint leaves in your hand. Not toothpastey for me at all. I don't think it's toothpastey as I'd have to take that back. It's got an aspect of toothpaste about it. It's almost got that. You know how some toothpastes are a little bit chalky. It's got a little bit of that chalkiness about it. Geranium Paul Monsieur top 5 mile for me. I'd go along with that. It absolutely saved my fucking life last year when it was fucking 40 odd Celsius. Fuck all of that. A personal email from Mr. George Zaharoff. Yeah, today is going great, says Supply and Demand. Happy for you. Good man. Scent of the day is a scar of magnetism for him. I think, yes, I've got a bottle of that. It's quite nice. Thundra by Paco Rabanne is an amazing mint to me. Is that Paco Rabanne, Pounder? It's more mouthwash than toothpaste, says Paroli. I definitely get this kind of chalky vibe from it. Hello, Pep. I hope you are well. I wish Rienne had the strength of Lapidus. What? Do you mean Rienne or Rain? I don't know what Rain is. I hope you don't mean Rienne, because fucking huge. Huge. Tempo comes across somewhat similar to Longstone with Yerba Mate instead of anise. I've never liked Tempo. I thought the patchouli smelled cheap. Welcome, Boris K. Welcome, Ashley. Welcome all. Come one, come all. Fuck them, says Galfort. Fuck the reformulation of Prada Amber. Oh, it's awful. Oh, it's really quite bad. It is. It's shite. But it's L'Oreal doing what L'Oreal does. You know what I mean? They are become death, the destroyer of brands. It's absolutely fucking L'Orealheimer? That's crap. Forget I even said that. But they are become death. They do destroy brands. Of that there can be no doubt. They did the same thing to Mugler. If they can destroy Mugler, they can fucking destroy Prada. I was going to buy Prada Amber Pour Armor. The new bottle's not worth it. No. Just go without and be happy. Save your money. Unless you can get a version that's made in Spain. By Puig. L'Orealheimer is pretty good, Mitch. It was a stretch, I felt. Linstont EDT today. Do you know what it is? I've got a fucking bottle of Linstont EDT. It's back here. I'm going to get it out. And I'm going to start using that. Oh, where are you? I wish Joe Anthony was here. He'd be like, where are you? It's actually at the back wall, isn't it? Is it? Have I put it away? There's Lumiere Noir, which I never wear, which is an absolute travesty because it's brilliant. Where have I put it? Where have I put it? I've got it somewhere. Oh, shit. I don't know where I've put it, to be honest, lads and lasses. Unless... Nope. I don't know where it is. I've got the EDT somewhere, my friends, and I don't know where it is. Unless it's in here. In here. Which it doesn't look like it is, unless I'm very much mistaken. Shite, I want to say. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Yeah, so sad that they steered Mugler over a cliff. Shocking. The only Prada I like is the Amber Pour On Regular and Intense. I want to smell the Intense. Has anyone tried Riviera Verbena by Nikolai Parfumier? Says Enrique. No, I haven't personally. I wish they would bring Pure Malt back. What were they thinking discontinuing that line? I remember seeing all of them in the House of Fraser for like 50 quid each, if only I knew then. Says Ryan. Ryan, I actually have a vintage Pure Malt Thierry Mugler version. This right here. Alright, it's a partial. There's about 75, 80 mil left, and I'm selling it. It's too much. It gives us a headache. The prices you see them going for on fucking eBay is absolutely disgusting. But, as you can clearly see on the bottom, this is the vintage Thierry Mugler version. The one that L'Oreal never got their fucking hands on, which is just the Mugler version. So I'll be getting rid of that. It's just too much. It's like 2 sprays and you're like, what? I have Cuba Intense, quite nice from Nikolai. I can't wait to put on Pure Tonka by Mugler when it's cold so I can come on and chat and have Rich say it's shite. It's not shite though. I actually like that. I like that more than I like Fève de la Suisse. I like that considerably more than Fève de la Suisse. Ryan, you would have better luck emailing me, Rich, because I could charge you less. If you email me, tell me when you've got that email address so I can take it down. Pure Malt, always a guilty pleasure. I love that shit, says Fosco. Don't get us wrong, I still love plenty of the Pure line. I love the original one the best. I love Pure Tonka. I love Amen, the original. Oh no, I've completely fucked that. There it is. Sorry, I'm just gonna fucking... I need to sort this out. Alright. I like to have that as my pinned message. There it is. Pure Tonka, Pure Chili or Taste of Fragrance. Pure Havana, I don't like Pure Havana. I've got vintage of that as well, and I want to sell that. Pure Coffee's nice, Pure Leather's nice. I always wanted to try Pure Havana, says Paroli. The white bottle one is shite, says Ryan. The prices of designers are ridiculous, but niche ones are increasing like a rocket, says Galfo. It's disgusting. The price of fragrance. This is why I have taken a softer approach towards clones. As you will all remember, I used to be like, clones are theft. It's evil. You don't need clones. It's terrible. You can get them cheap enough at fucking discounters. Well, now you fucking can't. You know what I mean? Now you can't. The whole thing is fucked. So I'm not as anti-clone as I used to be. That said, I would never buy or own or endorse a clone. Again, there's a surprise. Set your fucking watch by them greedy. I can't wait to put Pure Tonka, sorry. No, I wouldn't say Pure Tonka's shite. I actually think it's one of the best ones. Very underrated. Designer prices are insane. Literally a price of 100 mil for 50 mil now from many brands, says Proddy. Yep. Isn't today the day of price increases everywhere, says supply and demand? Oh, possibly. Possibly. Driving me to partials. There's nothing wrong with partials, but it used to be that I would buy partials of like really hard to find vintage fragrances, you know? But now, no. Friends, it's that time of the stream again. If you would like to like the stream, please don't let me stop you from liking the stream. If liking streams is your game, please don't let me stop you. I would actively encourage it, actually. If you want to like the stream, I would be most appreciated. Thank you. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. The prices of designers are ridiculous. Yes. Hello, James Crowder. Sent today's Jazz Prestige. Good fragrance. I don't like it very much. I'm going to trade it. Oh. Should have read the rest of the comment first, shouldn't I? Pure Leather is close to the original. Yes. Always wanted to try Pure Van. The white bottle one is shite. Pure Energy. It used to be called Pure Shot before the person who was... Oscar Pistorius, literally they released that fragrance a few months before he then shot his girlfriend, which was very unfortunate. Half the stuff on discount is not even discounted anymore. You really have to check. Absolutely. I love Pure White Cologne, but won't pay £405. It's madness, says Ryan. Yep, it's disgusting. New niche brands with unknown perfumers charging £275 at launch. What the fuck? Part of the marketing. It's Veblen good. They're going for the Veblen thing. It's expensive, so it must be good. And that's bullshit. That's total and utter bullshit. Just because something's expensive doesn't mean it's good. Encre Noir is better than 95% of fragrances released in the last 10 years. And you can get it on discount. It's still one of the few fucking fragrances you can get at discounters for a decent discount. Pure White Cologne was my wedding scent. Creed is far from my favourite brand, but that scent is spectacular. Says Panda, I think it is. Most brands have increased the price. Yep. The box of Tom of Finland is interesting. Already liked, says Drawn by Sense. Brands should come out with more 10 mils to offset, says Supply and Demand. No, because the price per mil will be disgusting. Hi, Rich, do you own a bottle of Boucheron Pour Homme? I managed to get a vintage bottle in an eBay auction for £25. No, but I did have Jaipur Pour Homme in the metal flask, but I sold it to Greggy Boy. Lovely Greggy Boy. Beautiful bottle in the cast iron, cast steel, cast metal fucking flask, but I was never wearing it. I didn't really care for the fragrance, to be honest. I had a little bit of a polish vibe. Amouage have increased their prices. I paid $120 for Reflection Man a couple of years ago. It's $320 now. I paid £145. I paid £145 for this when I bought it from a discounter. And that's the 125ml bottle. It is a 2016 bottle. I paid £145 for it. You try paying 290 quid for it now. Be very lucky if you can get it for that. Anyone know if any original Amber Sultan is much different than the current version? Pass. I can't remember, but I do have a lot of Amber Sultan. What's everyone's favourite decade of overall fragrance releases? For me, it's probably 2000 to 2010 due to nostalgia, I guess, says Panda. I'd probably go with the 80s. I think it was just a sweet spot for my style of fragrances. I think 2000 to 2010 was a great decade. I think 2010 to 2020 was a lost decade. It depends where you want to take your beginning of the decade from. If we're talking like, if we're talking like 90 to 2000, 2000 to 2010, 1995 to 2005, you know what I mean? That was a pretty great 10 years, but it's not exactly a standard decade, is it? You know what I mean? 80s probably for me, like 1981 to 1990. That covers Koros, Antaeus and Balenciaga Porom. 78 to 98. Jonathan, that's not a decade. Jonathan tried to sneak in an extra 10 years on there. I think it's not too different, says Pep. Yeah, 2001 to 2010. 90s, says NT. 90s had some pretty great designs. Jonathan, I make my own rules, damn it. I'm disappointed by the lack of reference designers in the last decade. Gucci Guilty Absolute is probably the best in my opinion. Can't think of many better. If anyone can tell me a better designer fragrance from 2010 to 2020, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. '40s when Creed was in his prime high. There are not many good designers anymore. No, it's as if they pride themselves on being shite. Absolute dross. This is what happens when you get the data, fucking hunters. Consumerism has destroyed the art of good design. It's not art. It's not art anymore. You don't get artful creations. Eau Sauvage Parfum, good fragrance. It's a fair shout. That would go in the top 10. There's still a lot of good stuff being released today. It's harder to find. It's harder to find. You know? I've thought about doing these types of videos before, and then I just think, fuck. I haven't got the collection for it. I don't have half of these good fragrances in my collection. You know? My collection is very Mitch-centric. You know what I mean? It's 7 from Les Indomptables. I've got like 8 or 9 or 10 from Mugler. I've got quite a few Hermes. I've got a shit ton of Serge Lutens. I've got a shit ton of Dior. And then every once in a while, I'll throw in like a fucking Davidoff. You know, Good Life. I'll throw in, like, I've got a few Frederick Malls, but then I've got a Mila Schön. You know what I mean? I've got a few Patous. I've got quite a few Guerlain. I thought about doing another house overview, maybe on Dior this time, because I can't see them fuckers releasing anything that I'm going to buy at any time soon. You know what I'm saying? Fucking lunatics. Their release schedule, the quality of their releases is absolutely, it's fallen off a cliff. It's awful. You know what I mean? It's rotten. Like that Dior Riviera, just might as well not bothered. You know what I mean? Just left Ballade Sauvage out. It feels as though they released that fragrance because they had to. You know? Shit. I don't know if Maître Parfumé or Gantier still release perfumes. I have a feeling they probably do. Do I want to buy any of them? I don't know. This is another thing. Sample sets are just like that very hit and miss as far as like across the board is concerned. Like not every brand has a sample set. Not every brand has a good sample set. I got some. So before I got that Maître Parfumé or Gantier set, the one I bought off Fliss, in the red box, right, which is magnificent. That wasn't available to consumers. There was a commercial thing. And I had bought some samples from the Metro Parfumi Elegante website. There were dabbas. That's unacceptable in 2023. Dabbas are fucking woeful. Lucky Scent are like some of the worst offenders. They do those little vials, which are shit as fuck. What possesses them to make those? I have no idea what they're thinking there. You know, absolutely despicable. I got these dabbas from Metro Parfumi Elegante. As soon as you open them and you look at them, you're like, oh, I just don't want to try them anymore. I just don't want this. I just don't want to try them anymore. I'm not asked. I'm not interested. Let's re-release all private blend in our signature line, says Galfort. Scandalous. You can see how Tom Ford Estee Lauder is doing. They don't have any innovative ideas and designers. Nope. There's just so much stuff now. It's insane. There's like 5 new niche brands every week. Yeah, like those Clune Keens. Shite. They're not shite. That's harsh. They're not shite. They're not shite at all. They're just mediocre. They're just bang average. I've been loving Ramsey's year in review, says Panda. Yes, he's been doing them for a while. You've got a long way to go. He released like 3 videos yesterday. PK, welcome. You were wearing Smalt Pour On. Love the dry down. Just love all of it. Love the entire fragrance. It's immense. It's a beautiful fragrance. I guess the perfumer's hands are tied by the briefs they're given. We need some to go rogue. Are they tied by the briefs that they're given, or are they tied by commercial interests? Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Hello, Rich. Hello, everyone. Welcome, Pat Lester. My scent of the day is Boy by Chanel. This is a well-balanced lavender musk fragrance. I truly enjoy it. It's very good. I just don't think it's worth the price. Scent of the day, Tiffany for Men EDT. Generous sample from Bob. I like that era from 87 to 93 with all the amber fougères. Yes. Has anyone tried Ecrin de Fumée by Serge Luton, says Enrique? I refuse to pay for samples. I'll trade for them, but not pay for them, says Paroli. I'm all right with paying for samples. I'm all right with people being given free samples as well, to be fair. If reviewers were sent out sample sets and stuff like that, I'd be fine with that. This sample set was sent to me, you know what I mean? All right? Because what you can do then is, right, is then you can turn around and you can see which bottles they actually then go and spend their own money on. You know what I mean? Lucky Centers like Walmart. Dabbas are gross, but they have everything. Says supply and demand. We'll have to train up some perfumers and sneak them into L'Oreal. There's no point sneaking them into L'Oreal. That place is a write-off. An LVMH. Do you reckon be first the Trojan horse? Hello, Rabbit. Tom Ford is garbage now, but I do love their older stuff. I might need to pick up Tom Ford from Men Extreme someday at eBay prices. I've got vintage Tom Ford for Men. An issue is the worst. 410 for Oud for Greatness. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, it's a what? It's a $40 fragrance, $30 fragrance. I should trade Jonathan for one of his Men Extreme, says Paroli. Hello, Anoush. How are you, sir? I've been meaning to get in touch with Anoush just to say hello. So, hello. I like the Lucky Scent ones for long-term storage because they don't evaporate like sprayers. Like sprayers, says NT. I found a sprayer on top on Amazon that fits perfectly on the Lucky Scent vials. Really? Afternoon. Might have missed this, but would think Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour On should be in discussion for designer of the last decade. You have missed that because that was my choice. The Amouage at the Neiman's counter seems to be garbage. Reflection, Jubilation 25 is tragically different. Yeah, Jubilation 25 had his nuts cut off. Jonathan, I can put you in touch with Paroli if you just want to share contact details. I've got both of you. I've got Paroli's email, but I can put you in touch if you just want to do that off. If you just want to do that away from the old stream. Anyways, you've got to check out, see if you have Tom Ford for Men Extreme, says Panda. I don't think he does. Hello, Rachel, how are you? Oh, fuck. Me and Rachel were supposed to record something. I felt like shit last night. Me and Rachel were going to do something last night. I thought I was going to spew me guts up. But we can do that tomorrow or on Wednesday. Wednesday, probably, possibly. Sorry, friends, I've just got distracted there. I just finished writing an article about Gucci Envy. They made some great stuff they did in the Tom Ford years. The extras are pretty much the vintage, but too expensive retail. It's okay, Doc. I figured you'd reach out on your own when you're feeling okay. No rush at all. Thank you, Rachel. I'm free all week. If not tomorrow, I've got my friend at the doctor's tomorrow at about 1:30. Maybe it's after I get her home. If not, Wednesday. Wednesday? Ooh. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Is the Juby Extra or whatever out, says Paroli? No idea. I don't follow Amouage. I was never a big Amouage fan. Just wasn't really. Another one for the last decade is Penhaligon's Sartorial. Really like that one. It's not a designer. It's not a designer. You mean new perfumes or even reformulations, says Paul Buffano. New perfumes. Exactly, Duck the Tom Ford years. Base notes are still down. What is going on? Servers are not keeping up. Not good. Best person to ask for that is our friend Varanus Radari. Sorry, Varanus Radari. I forgot your name, huh? Amazon Sprayers. Elphinstall. No, I'm not reading all of that. Elphinstall. 10-piece mini clear 2ml 5/8 dram fine mist atomizer vial glass bottle spray refillable perfume empty dropper bottle clean cloth for travel party free 3ml dropper. I actually spent some time on Parfumo. Yeah, people that are going on about everything other than the perfume, says product. Yeah, that's something I've never been that bothered about on fragrance websites, is actually reading people's reviews and their opinions and following threads and all of that sort of bollocks. Really, I just want I want a database, and I want somewhere I can track what I've been wearing, because obviously I've got the fragrance rotations. So I need to keep track of them, and I'll be bollocksed if I'm fucking writing anything down, because I'll forget. Sorry, friends, I just need to do this lest my battery perish swiftly. Excuse me. There it is. So yes, I don't think the extra is out yet for Juby. I do enjoy Reflection Man 45, but I'm not paying 400 quid. Don't pay that out of spite. Just don't pay that. It's despicable. The old line is good, and I like some Aqua Allegoria too. Aqua Allegoria is brilliant. I heard the Fresca is brilliant. Yeah, do another house overview. Really good content then, mate. Cheers, Ryan. I could do the Serge Luton one again. Fuck. I've got so many Serge Lutons. I ought to fucking keep up. I could do Prada. I couldn't really do Prada. I haven't got that many. I could do Creed. That's not a bad shout. I don't know where my Linston EDT's gone. I might be about to put yous on the floor again, my friends, and look into my drawers of mystery. Keep your hands out my drawers. Giggity. Parfum was worth it just for the French lesson, says Bob. Juby not out yet, says Fosco. Don't pay retail for Emma Wash. They can all be found at discounters. I need to find you some L'artisan, says Rachel. And we're back in the USA. I need to finish that order I started in May. It's fun to read the reviews and wonder what the hell they were smoking, says Paroli. Yes, I know what you mean. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm killing guests here in one bar with Diagolive. Find that EDT, I want you to spray on your thoughts, says Steph's. Alright, right there. Prepare to get a good view of my carpet. How do you like me now, hey? Please hold. Oh! Right, don't go anywhere. It's like some fucking dystopian landscape, isn't it? You know? Do you know, I was certain I was going to open this drawer and it was going to be right in front of us, but it's not. Where the fuck have I put it? There's some fucking great perfume in here though. Dear me, I should look in this drawer more often. There's a Roadster. Oh, it smells lovely as well. Who would have thought that, eh? It's not looking good, Brev. It's not looking good. Oh, shit. Loads of them have just fallen over. Very, very softly, though. I'll say that. There you go. Where the fuck did I put the EDT? Is that it? No, that's not it. Ooh. Where have I put it? That is Tom Ford for Men. ED something. I can't find it. What the hell have I done with it? This is what happens when you've got too many fucking perfumes in it. I need some kind of system like a Noosh. You know? He's got more perfumes than me. And yet, he doesn't lose them. Look. Look at this. I've got two of them. Oh, fuck off. Don't pick things up by the fucking cap. I've got two of these. Very nice fragrance. That underrated fragrance. Tom Ford for Men. Very nice. Very nice. So where have I put it? Where it is. Oh, I just heard loads of them fall over there as well as soon as I shut the door. You know, I'm absolutely certain it was here. Where the fuck is it? Too fucking right. It's not going to be in here because this is the wrong drawer. Oh, it must be up here. It must be. Right, you're coming back, friends. I'm going to have to go and dehydrate in a minute. I can't believe as many people have you stuck around as you did. Any of you see it back there? It's not back there though, is it? Where have I put it? What have I done? Have I put it in the function shop? Right. I'm gonna go and dehydrate. Ah, you bastard. I'm gonna just fucking bang me fucking foot. I'm going to go and check in the drawers, in the shelves. Ah, Rudy, how are you? I will say hello to everybody and then I will go and dehydrate and check the shelves and see if there's anything in there. Living in the land of the lost, all those duck footprints, they certainly are. The carpet is straight from the 70s. Oh, if not before. It is a fire carpet, to be fair. Fraggle incoming. A little bit. 2 cent strips. Yes, I know, I don't know what's on them either. There's a vintage carpet. Does that Kenzo pour on that's trying to peek out have any hint of cologne? Feels like it. Clean up those 2 strips, Duck, says Pradeep. You're not the boss of me. Agent G, welcome to you. Agent G, I haven't seen you here before, but then I wouldn't because you are clearly a secret agent. And you were very well hidden there. How is Agent G? Sometimes I place a decant on my perfume cupboard and I might as well just throw it in the void, never to be seen again. We are going to see some juice tonight, says Brody. This is the karma you get for not showing lineups at the end of your rotations. I had to stop that because of you, Bob. Lost in the sauce. I am absolutely lost in the sauce. What are you doing down there, says Rudy. One day Duck will get a sketch on Saturday Night and Chevy Chase will be the guest. 2 cent strip sounds like a rapper name. Yes, it does. A fragrance rapper. I can imagine Red Lessons trying his hand at fragrance rap. God help us all. There is my Kangxi vase. Yes, I like a little bit of Chinese ceramic, vintage Chinese ceramic porcelain. I mean, who doesn't? I'll be back. It's got to be in the fucking... It's got to be where I think it is, because if it's not, it's gone. It's fully gone. Cannot find it. Cannot find it. Cannot find it for the life of us. What is happening? Who knows? Why is this happening? I hear you ask. Poor duck, I hear you ask. How sad, I hear you say. Oh fuck, now there it is. It's not even in the drawers. It's right there. It's behind the Metropolis, which I had out earlier in the stream. Jesus. Oh, fuck off. It's not even fucking funny, that. I mean, it is, but Jesus. So there you have it, friends. What the fuck? Finally, it was right there. Look how full it is, though. Look how full it is. I mean, that's very full. You don't see bottles filled up to the top like that anymore. You know? I've got this theory, right, that brands don't fill bottles up as much as they say they do. So, do you know how in packets of cigarettes now, like when you buy 20 cigarettes in a packet now, you only get like 19 or 18. I think that when you buy perfume now, when you buy 100 ml, you only get like 96, 94. It's like shrinkflation. You know what I mean? Whereas this is full. This is full. Absolutely it is. Look at how much juice is in it. Good evening, Manly Sense. How are you? Greetings, Lipstick Bohemian. How are you? Yes. I love it. Yes, lol, I got HDP bottles filled at different levels, brand new. I remember the whole controversy with what's he called? Josh Loeb with Imaginary Authors. And they were dehydrating. They were what's it called? Evaporating. They were evaporating really quickly. Let's have a smell of L'Instant de Guerlain pour homme EDT. This is a 2007 bottle. It's a 125 ml. This will take considerably longer to get through unless I spray twice as much. It is the Eau de Toilette. Josh Meyer. Yes, Josh Loeb. Who's Josh Loeb? Queens of the Stone Age, wasn't he? Jesus. This is a lot fresher. There's a lot more lemon apparent at the top. Oops. Imagine Yankee Candles is what I call. Oh, God. L'Instant. Pour homme extra. Oh, excuse me. Pour homme eau de toilette. Beatrice. Lemon, bergamot, anise, grapefruit and jasmine, cacao, patchouli, sandalwood, tea, cedar and lavender, natural musk from lies, hibiscus seed and elemi resin. I definitely get the elemi resin again. L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme is a respectable pair for the women's L'Instant de Guerlain. It was created in 2004 and features an ideal balance of passion and peace, recognition of feelings and power of reason. That is the portrait of L'Instant de Guerlain Pour Homme man. The freshness of citrus is complemented by originality of anise and jasmine in the top notes. The heart is warm and masculine. Patchouli, cedar, Indian sandalwood, lapsang tea, coca beans, and lavender. The base unites hibiscus seeds and musk. Straight up, God's honest truth, I don't like it. I don't like it as much as the EDP. I think Richie G just asked us what my car was called. Shut up, Richie G. So I'm not so hot on this, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It's a lot, Fly. It's a lot. It's different. I doubt my HDP have evaporated. Just looked like they were filled at different levels. You have extreme bottle intact, apart from the one you wanked? No, I don't have an extreme one intact. It's fucked. I broke it. Pain going on. I always lose things like that, says NT. Fiat 500. Bye, friends. Must go pick up Winston from the gym class. Hey, Rachel, thanks. Didn't realise she made Trussardi Uomo. Who's that, Fosco? Who made Trussardi Uomo? I'm getting a lot more Elemi from this. A lot more Elemi. I just don't think it's as well balanced. I don't think it's as... I don't think it's... You don't like it? It's a good to know. I shall not buy it, says Steph. So I'm glad I could save you some money. Fosco, was the discounted Melt My Heart being sold in the UK? No, it wasn't. It was being sold in the USA, which means you'd have to pay VAT because they expressly said on the fucking website, we will not mark down the price of your fragrance. It was from a place, what was it called? Olfactory Factory? Fucking... The one fucking... You'd have to pay VAT on. Beatrice Piquet did Trussardi Uomo. Oh. Hello, Kitchy K. How are you? Richie J's just forced us to name me car. So I called it Mavis. I'm not too enamoured with this EDT, I'm not going to lie to you. It's very thin. I know I'm wearing the EDP today, and the EDP's like... But I think this is a lot... It's a lot more sparkling. The Elemi's a lot more present. The lemon and the grapefruit. And I'm not a massive grapefruit fan. This has got the same grapefruit note in it as Pamplaloon. It's a thinner version of said grapefruit, but I'm not a massive Pamplaloon fan, to be perfectly honest with you. Don't know how I feel about it. Don't know how I feel about it. DJ says, glad I managed to secure bloodline for my mates. Was easy winning those lotteries. Gerard Zonyi, welcome. So, Dirk, what was your verdict comparing Linstone Guerlain OX Stram with Linstone to Guerlain EDP? I think the EDP is a happy medium. The EDP's got The EDP has over like lidge. I fucking found lidge before and I didn't actually pull it out, which was stupid. Yes, I did. Here it is. Yes, I did. So I'm going to be using this one next. There's my lidge bottle. It's a lot richer. It's a lot thicker and denser, right? Whereas the EDP has more of a top and has more of that lemon, less patchouli. This might have a little bit more of a star anise. What I get from the tea, what I get from the EDT is tea, aniseed, and patchouli. Hardly any of the cacao. It doesn't have any of the patchouli either. Like, I'm getting a shit ton of LME resin here. It's very, very kind of incense, smoky, but like light and bracing, you know, like eye-watering kind of incense. Whereas the Extreme, there's a lot more patchouli. It's a little bit more woody. It's darker. It's closer to like a resinous kind of quality, thick. Creamier, more sandalwood maybe. A little bit more musky. Labo has a new mood. Pradeep says sell, sell, sell. I think I'm going to sell the EDT actually. No wonder I couldn't fucking find it. It was over there. This is much more of a summer fragrance. Much more of a summer fragrance, whereas the signature, not the signature version, the EDP version was much more of a year-round fragrance. Does anyone know what's happened to Base Note, says Ryan? It's been down over a week. I would ask Varanus Radari. He will know. He has the inside track, I believe. He's very heavily involved in Base Notes, I think. I don't want to speak for him. But I do think he will. If anybody knows, if we have any points of contact to know what's going on with Base Notes, it'll be him. Lidge is sexy, classy, like the Dior Homs Cocoa with no amber woods, clean patch and ambrette. Still get the patchouli from the ADP. That it's missing that kind. Maybe it's the sandalwood that's missing. There's something missing from the EDT, as you would expect, because it's the EDT compared to the EDP. But it's not as rich. It's not as thick. It's not as deep. It's like that lemony kind of aspect is much more apparent. You know. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Site was shitting the bed to the point Grant took it down to try and fix it. Says DJ. So is that what's happened? Timeless in my opinion, says Frank. Still get the patchouli from the ADT. So the lidge is much richer. It's much closer to the EDP. No, Listerine bottle of the EDT, I definitely get the patchouli. The Elamis, the mud is like, it's almost raw. I get the grapefruit as well, which I'm not a massive fan of. I think that this lid, right, this is why the Listerine bottle was such a sweet spot, right? Because what's the picture like? Is it any good? The Listerine bottle was such a sweet spot because it sort of got in between these two, right? Because these were the two originals. This was the original EDT and this was the original EDP, but this was called O Extreme. And the Listerine one, I thought, found a like a middle way between them. Like, this is much thicker and a little bit more syrupy. EDP is Lidge with a different name. I think the Listerine version of the EDP was a slightly different fragrance. The original one was much richer. Like, to me, this Lidge, right, is a autumn and winter fragrance, whereas I think the Listerine, this one, where have I put it? Yeah. This one, literally in the middle of them two. You can wear that whenever, wherever, all the time. There they are, the evolutions. My Listerine bottle of the EDT, I definitely get the patchouli. Thanks, Fosco. EDP is Lidge. Thanks, Fosco. I was not 100 on that. Confusing, says Bob. Friends, it's that time again. If you would like to like the stream, please don't let me stop you. Greatly. Thank you. The Linstone chatter goes on. There is much to learn, and everybody has an opinion. And everyone is saying different things about the same fragrance, which is really how it should be, to be honest. Everybody should have their own opinion, and everybody should offer their own opinion. Sorry if the fucking picture's bollocks. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Eula Larbo is a city exclusive. I hate it, but I love Merce. Save myself $550. But they also have a geranium coming in the regular line, so Rudy. Yikes. Dusan says, like the stream for Eugene. If that's what you want, if you want to like the stream for Eugene, please crack on. Delphine, do Dior Privé. No, they'll be shit. Delphine, don't do any more girl-ons. Let someone else have a go. Get Anik Minardo in. Tempo gets compared to Lone Stone to girl-on EDT. Thoughts? No, not for me. No. I don't think Tempo's a very good fragrance, frankly. I think it's a really Billy basic fucking patchouli. I think it smells a lot like Psychedelic, which I think is a shit patchouli as well. Sold my OG Lidge because I couldn't tell any difference between that and the Listerine, like 100% identical. But a lot of people say it's different, including Sebastian, says Foster. So I will tell you, I am wearing that today, right? And that, which is the original, the O Extreme, the one Eugene gave us, which I very kindly broke the bottle of, I can tell a difference. I feel like there's a difference. That is, the patchouli feels more syrupy, thick, rich, deep, dark. That feels more powdery. This feels much more citric. Like grapefruit, bright lemon, bright grapefruit. If you've ever smelled elemi resin just as is, you'll know what I mean by that. Can take your breath away a bit, clear your nostrils. Vassar is a vegetable there, it sounds like. Freaking move out of the way and let someone else take a crack. He's just doing it for the. It feels and sounds like he's just doing it for the. It feels and sounds like he's just doing it for the prestige of being Guerlain in-house perfumer. You are losing out on a video here, Duch. Possibly, but I've got plenty of videos to crack through. You know what I mean? I could do this video. Vintage L'instant de Guerlain Pour Homme EDT versus vintage L'instant de Guerlain Au Extreme. That's a video. I've got to say, as far as I can tell, this is the middle one. The Eau de Parfum is still my favourite by. I think it's like the Goldilocks porridge. You know what I mean? Too hot, too cold, just right. Vassar takes care of the classics, but he doesn't get to decide if he makes the new perfumes or not. That's for the people above them. I mean, everything that Guerlain's released in the last fucking, 10 years? Maybe he's with the... I mean... Like, Guerlain's just feels dead. Feels like a zombie. You know? What should be the greatest perfume brand in the world isn't anymore. And it's totally self-inflicted. Totally self-inflicted. And it's hard to watch. I mean, you just smell the new stuff that comes out and you're looking at the sales associates, especially the sales associates that have been with them for a while. And they're trying to push this new stuff, and you can just see that they're just like, oh, this isn't the classic perfume that I remember. So the EDT's calming down a little bit because it was very, very bright at the beginning. Guerlain has made enough great stuff to keep me busy for a few decades, says Galen. Put polish at Guerlain, you won't get a big change, says Fosco. Which polish? Like the EDT... EDT's got this sparkle and this slight spicy kind of thing at the top. It's not as dark. Doesn't feel as smooth or as like literally as smooth, like texture, like it just doesn't feel that way. Put polish at Guerlain, Jacques. Maybe Guerlain installed a focus group that is voting for the Middle East safe and boring instead of the innovating outliers, maybe, says Gerard. There will be focus groups. They'll use the data from focus groups. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that these brands use the data from focus groups. I have the Listerine Legend, love it, says Margie. Welcome, Margie. Hell, they have not even done a Sauvage Elixir, says Prody. Sure, the Guerlain perfumers don't have freedom, but it's still possible to make interesting mass perfumes instead of a complete shite, says Prody. Yep. That is mass appealing. These three are mass appealing. And they're not shit. I bet Delphine smells like Delicious, says Bob. They're giving a brief and make it towards what's given and accepted by the evaluator, says DJ. They can make something really good and it will get referred for something shit. Margie, did you sell your Nahima, says Galen. Gerlin. EDT is the one I have and it's just perfect to me, says Margie. I can imagine that. I can imagine it being really good in the California heat. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's a shame. I feel sad that I've finished my bottle now. Same with Pavarotti. Like I've got like backups of this. I've got 100ml backups of this. You know what I mean? I don't think the 100mls were available in Europe of the EDP. You know? Nagel versus Delphine. Nagel. I do not have a lot of confidence in Delphine Jelk. I do not have a lot of confidence in Delphine Jelk simply by what she put out under her name. Doesn't inspire, you know? It does not inspire. I wish the fucking bottle would focus. We'll see. I might let go of that lens stand. The EDT. It's 125ml. Galen, why? Are you interested? I'm going to change my name to Galen. Galen is interested. Damashi making Antaeus and Eden Rock is proof. I don't know that he made Antaeus. I've heard this before. I don't know if I agree with it. Margie, don't sell it if you don't like it. Send it as a gift to the person you love, says Dushan. Damashi making Antaeus and Eden Rock. It's very hard to reconcile those two things, isn't it? The EDT, people can't give it away for free in France, says Prodi. Really? Sick. I will have to go back to the chat. I'll have to go back to the chat and the chat with me and Anuj where I find out what I paid for it. And maybe price it at that. I don't know that I want to get rid of it yet. It's got a little bit of a, like the anise is giving this kind of weird, spicy kind of vibe. See you later, Margie. I'm literally considering this in real time on stream. Like I'm thinking about it. Like, do I want that lens stand to go on? I'm serious. I'd be putting on like 20 sprays at a time of that stuff. At least. You can buy a Healy for that, you know what I mean, says Pradeep. What, for free? Okay. Eau Noir and Dior Riviera. What about them? by selling that. I don't know. I don't know what I would buy. The last thing I bought was yesterday, which was the Fat Electrician. It's a semi-modern vetiver. I think that's kind of like I think that's kind of a year-round fragrance. I don't know if I've bought that to replace the Linstone. That a perfumer can be capable of great things, but constrained by the suits. Yes. Yeah. I mean, whoever gave Kurdijan the brief and what made him make that perfume compared to what he's made since, maybe we don't know the whole picture. It's just we only get to smell what comes out at the end of the day. We don't get to hear the arguments. We don't get to hear the reasoning. We don't get to hear the feedback, the focus groups. We don't get to hear the push and the pull. We get tidbits, you know? We get little bits of information. We get hints, you know? Because nobody wants to burn any bridges in the perfume industry because it's not what you know till you know. That's something that struck me about mass perfume production. It's not what you know till you know. You know? It seems to be an industry based on connections, familial ties, who you grew up with, who you trained with, where you go, who you meet with, all of that sort of thing, rather than the quality of what you make. Antoine Lee being let go by Takasego, was it Takasego? Kind of reinforces the point. When you smell what he's made for Les Indomptables, it's painfully obvious, you know. It's not the originality, not the difference, not the plurality. It's the ability to do what Alberto Marias does. No offense to Alberto Marias, who, of course, in my opinion, made the best designer perfume of the last 15 years. Well, since 2010, anyway. Gucci Guilty Absolute. How did that fucking happen? How did he make that? When you look at the other stuff that he's made in that time, simply since 2010, never mind before that. Painful. There was also a rumour that Chanel fucked Olivia Posh for Gabrielle. What do you mean? And an industry that wants to push the latest and greatest oils that came available for a premium. Yes, Gerard, the perfumers are incentivized to sell as much oil as they can. It seems that these amber woods are in vogue. That must be where they are getting the greatest commission at the minute, or it certainly smells like that's the case, because that's all we fucking smell at the minute. I regret not buying that vintage EDT for $90. When I had the chance, I would not sell because it's an iconic girl on and it's a vintage. I understand that, but I don't, I don't necessarily want to sit on it. And the reason for that is that I don't like it. I don't buy and store these vintages. Like all them Balenciaga Paul Roms, I don't store them so other people can't have them. I keep and store them because I want to wear them. And I never want to be without it. With this, I would rather sell this for the price I bought it at than keep it just because it's a vintage and it's rare and it's hard to find. I've got to be honest, as it stands, I don't like it. He made Gucci guilty, absolute, because that's what the brief was. The other stuff he made was because that was the brief, holding just to have his week, says DJ. Gabrielle is their new femme designer release. Oh, excuse me. Apparently it was more interesting before people intervened. Oh dear. That is sad. Gabrielle and the chances, says Fosco. Yeah, I'm not huge on those. Coco Noir. Coco and Coco Noir are beautiful. I've got a vintage Coco. I think this spring and summer I am going to try, not spring and summer, fuck's sake, autumn and winter, I'm going to try and make a point of wearing ambers. I think I'm going to try and make a point of wearing ambers. You know? I've been big on my amber fougères in the spring. And I think I'm going to wear my ambers in the autumn. I think that is what I am going to do. I love my ambers, and they are they are one of my favourite kinds of perfume, families of perfumes. Are any of the Chanel as exclusives worth the money? I like the cologne, but it's too expensive for a cologne. It only lasts about 20 minutes. Yeah, it's a shame, that, isn't it? Are any of the Les exclusives worth the money? Well, it's your money, so it depends what your money's worth to you. If you smell one and you think it's worth the money, then it's worth the money. That's the way to look at it. I've got Sycamore, but I've got the EDT. And I've got Coromandel, the EDP, and I would love to smell the EDT. Had Queer-Russi EDT, but I sold it to Rudy, actually. Now that comes back. It was about this time last year. Have I had any others? I've got a vintage Queer-Russi, but it's in the old designer bottle, not the old, like it's from the 80s. So it's pre-Les exclusives. I think personally, if you want my personal God's honest opinion, right? I think the Les exclusives were slightly overrated. Is Coromandel unisex? Wouldn't mind trying that one. Can be. Most perfumes are unisex. They're not advertised to men or women, to be fair. Amber Absolute is on my wish list, says Steph. I actually have a bottle, thanks to Peter Kokorin. Cristal and 19 are only Chanel's I care for, says DJ. I really enjoy Cristal, prefer it to 19, says Fosco. Pat Lester says blasphemy. Don't let Eugene hear me say that. Eugene would be very upset. Is vintage 19 a lot better than the current? Probably. I like the vintage Cristal as well. I've got a couple of vintage bottles of the Cristal. It's fucking fantastic. I bought a 100ml tester Listerine Linston de Guerlain ADP for €45. Deals can still be found. Don't feel guilty to keep the EDT for reference. It's slightly more. It's slightly more. I've got to be honest. It's not that I feel guilty or that I feel bad for keeping it for reference. I think it should be out in the world for somebody who would really love it. You know, I would feel bad. I'll tell you what. I would feel worse selling it to someone who was then going to hoard it than I would hoarding it myself. Right. But if I sold it to somebody who was going to genuinely wear it and love it, I'd be fucking. That's what I'd rather do, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to sell it yet. I'm going to try and come to terms with it, but it's just not. I really love the Listerine EDP. I just do. I've been saying this for a long time. That bottle was 7 years old now. Fuck. You know what I mean? It's a long time. Is vintage 19? Vintage 19 is a proper sheep. I own a vintage Derby, must be about 30 years old, was my dad. Is that in the Listerine bottle? Because I've got a 200ml vintage. I've got a 200 vintage Eagle bottle, which is incredible. And absolutely fucking top-notch leather, that. It's a brilliant perfume. I've also got a 30ml. I've also got like a 30ml. It's like a gift bottle thing that Anuj gave me of Derby, but it's like from the Listerine version. It's essentially the same perfume. It doesn't feel different. I'd have to smell them next to each other, one after the other. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh dear. Yeah, I bought that Fat Electrician. Looking forward to that. I'm going to spray that on thick as well. You know. It's a lot of fragrance for 58 quid. It's better than half price. It's 140 quid at retail for 100ml. That's fucking batshit. Like, I remember when Eldos were like 40, 50 quid, 60 quid at retailers. What the fuck is... Not retailers, sorry. Discounters. What is that about? How? How did this happen? How did we let this happen? Is it a short-term phenomenon? Is it a long-term phenomenon? Is it a correction? Is it an outlier? Like, it used to be in favor of the consumer. It feels like this is the way of everything now, though. Like, businesses are getting the upper hand on the consumer. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like if I'm not being taxed by the government, I'm being taxed by businesses. I could see myself getting an Aldo, but not sure what. Get the sample set first, mate. I'm sure I can smell fucking diesel still. I think it's got up my nose. You know what I mean? Feels that way. Maybe it's on me. Could be on my clothes or something like that. You sure hydrate a lot. Were you ever checked for type 2 diabetes? Yes, I was. Thank you, Gerard. I do hydrate a lot. I've always hydrated a lot, to be fair. I think one of the reasons for it is I hydrate a lot because I'm doing a one-man stream, which means you've got to talk for 2 hours. I don't know if you've ever had to sit and talk for 2 hours at once. I appreciate the concern, but try essentially talking for 2 hours at once. You'll you'll end up putting away a lot of water yourself. It's either that or chewing gum, and nobody wants that. You know, you get a dry mouth, you get a dry throat. It's just shit. Although it's not shit. I've said it's shit. It's not shit. I absolutely love streaming, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Genuinely love firing up at a stream and talking to all of you, apart from Galen. Type 2 diabetes was just diagnosed with Rich Mitch, says Galen. Aldo scares me every time I sniff one. I think it's going to have some secretions in it. I'm going to chant up a bit at the bar when it's too early, says DJ. Oh, DJ. I can't remember who I sent. I think it was Joe. I sent somebody my Eldo sample set. West Nude says, I thought it was down to the meds you're on. Yes, it's certainly that as well. They make your mouth dry. Gabapentin. That's another reason why I end up drinking loads of water. That is just, it's just specifically when I'm on stream as well. I drink loads of water when I'm on stream because obviously I'm talking. Excuse me. Oh. I've not worn my fat electrician sample. What do you get, Rich? A hot Fender Stratocaster and spilled scotch? No, nothing even remotely like that. It's a soft, slightly warm, slightly nutty vetiver hazelnut, very, very approachable, very clean, very cool, but old cool. I totally get the brief or the shtick behind the perfume. You know? Like the idea, the blurb behind the perfume nails it. It's got a whipped cream, hazelnut. Is it marron glace? Those I'll just put fat into fragrant again. Like, I will read the blurb to you. That Electrician was presented in 2009 by Antoine Mazondieu. The fragrance is based on vetiver notes with light metallic nuances of olive leaves, creamy touch of vanilla, a popanax and myrrh in the base of the perfume. The fragrance is available as a 50ml EDP. His beauty would have been his greatest asset. One imagines he was raised in the big air of Texas. His soft skin scrubbed by ears of wheat, his eyelashes curled by grappling with grace against a blinding sun. A Steve McQueen lost on city asphalt, a fisherman without a line, he was made to be hooked by others, to believe in his fate without knowing it, to wreak havoc and forget it over time. Youth for women of a certain age, stock for late-night parties, a partner to accompany the wealthy of Palm Beach on nature walks. His splendor is consumed in the service of others. Now, a fat electrician in New Jersey, his talent depleted in his sexual decline. To celebrate this beauty which cannot be recaptured, a splendid vetiver is required, an ode to a bygone eroticism. Antoine Mazondieu has willed him white, metallic, silver like an ancestral green of olive leaves, but also sweet, demure, addictive like a chestnut cream, vanilla bean, a popanax and myrrh in the bottom notes, intensely concentrated, resinous, flawlessly unrefined. It conveys a sensuality of contradiction because all beauty carries within itself the knowledge that it will not last. Nailed it. Just nailed it. I don't really get the metallicness from it, to be honest, but I would love to try the original. Rich, try Castagna on skin. I did. Didn't care for it. Big unit hydration, says Steph's. Fat electrician story makes me think of Joe D'Alessandro. Fat electrician story is quite sad. Yes, it's the story of life. Sounds like a very talkative electrician, says Gerard. I scored 40D at Pulk High Vibes, says Supply and Demand. It's very evocative. It's a brilliant idea for a perfume. It's a brilliant idea for a perfume. That's starting to mellow out a bit now. It's becoming more like the EDP. I like the bottle. I don't know why they stopped fucking doing that. Why did you just concentrate the fucking bottles all into one thing? It diminishes the brand. It fucking diminishes the brand. Something shocking. Not having all different bottles. You know? Cheapens them. You know? I do realise I say that as I sit there with one of them in view. Although I'll say one thing about these. The sprayer on these is absolutely incredible. The sprayer on these bottles is absolutely fucking brilliant. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Do you like Remarkable People? I would suggest you go back and watch my Eta Libre d'Orange playlist. I can't actually remember. I didn't like it enough to buy it. Put it like that. Bought me a new water bottle. Stainless steel plastic be gone, says DJ. I need a bigger bottle than fucking any metal bottle can be. You know? Robes Await is going nuts over an Eldo in his new video. Is it Rien Intense Incense? I think I saw that video, but I was half asleep. It's 1.9 litre. You need a 5 litre bottle. That's what you need. You need a 5 litre bottle, mate. That's what I use. And I've used half of it during this stream. There's Jugs got the 3.9 litre. Ooh. Send us a link. Someone has donated via coffee. Let's see. Who are you, mystery donator? Yelena Markovic. Thank you, Yelena. You are too kind. Which is what I'm going to say. And I will give you a hug too. There you go. I appreciate every single donation because you don't have to do that. The same with liking. You don't have to do that either. But I appreciate it. Oof. I've got an itchy brow. EDT bottle on sale in 7 minutes, says Bob. No, I'm not going to put it. I thought about it. I got an 8 litre water bottle in the fridge. How does it fit? Jesus. Oh, thank you, DJ, for sending me a link to the Yeti. I'd have called it a camel bottle rather than a Yeti, if it's like, meaning it would carry loads of water. Oh dear. What to do? What to do, my friends? What to do? Has anyone tried Eldo's cologne? Galen is our resident expert. You would be able to... Itchy brow, a new perfume by Eta Libre d'Orange. Yes. Yes. It's funny because you can totally see it. Galen is our local expert on Eldo's cologne. And you would be able to watch him talk about it if he hadn't taken down all his videos very selfishly. Naughty. The new Eldo was very bad, says DJ. I love Eldo cologne. Finished 30ml of it in about a year, says Galen. Doesn't strike me as the type of perfume that you could put too much on. MacGyver would turn secretions into a stink bomb that clears out a big room in a jiffy, says Supply and Demand. Not clean suede, by the way, talking about the Soupoint. How is it, Galen, says Enrique. It's just an eau de cologne, but it's just a fantastic eau de cologne that used to be able to get cheap as chips. It was just well made and well done, and then they took it away. Well, at decent prices they took it away. You know what I mean? Apparently we're in for a period of deflation within a year. Can you believe it? China's in a period of deflation at the minute as well. And it's coming. It is coming over here. But deflation can be as devastating as inflation. A little bit of deflation never hurt anybody. I mean, a little bit. But, Christ. Depends how far it goes, because you can get stuck in a spiral of deflation. It's a very weird thing. I don't get us wrong, this Linstone EDT is very nice. But it's not. It's missing something. There's something not there about it. Literally, it feels a little anemic compared to the EDT I've been wearing today, which is lovely and warm and round and soft and a little bit powdery now. Whereas Lidge is very syrupy, a little bit woody. It's nice, but not niche. Good evening, Nick. Nick, we're about to leave, I'm afraid. You are wearing Halfette. I don't know. Bro, I just got here, says Galen, lying through his teeth. The scandalous man. Rich, what is your favourite fruity note? Plum. Outrageous, says Frank. Sorry, Frank. It is time to go. Sorry, Nick. Enrique says, found a 100ml taster of Eldo's cologne for $70. Is it a good price, Galen? I'd say that's a good price. I would say that was a good price, Enrique. I don't know what Galen will say, but to be honest, I don't think I'm going to give him the chance. Because I am going to go. I'm tired. And I would like to lie down and rest my vocal cords. Galen did respond and say, yes, I think so. Go for it, Enrique. Tell us how it is the next time we come in. And with that, my friends, I am away. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for liking. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for watching. I am off. Good night, everybody. See ya.